This guy's gone out for a lasagna and hammocked his pants.
Hammocked his pants!
Yeah,
I'm a Y-front guy now.
all my friends have gone Y-front.
Why is it that no matter where we are, who we're talking to, we always end up talking about shit?
Recently stopped washing my face with Carex. So I'm also trying to take care of myself.
Hello, you're listening to Shaggedmarriedannoyed. Please keep me anonymous.
Yes, you are. It's me. It's Chris Ramsey. It's Rosie Ramsey. And it's also our very special guest today. It's Sam Ryder, everyone!
Hello. What's up, guys? How's it going?
Chris, you were meant to do a full-on intro to Sam.
Do you know what it is, right? I just want to start talking. I just want to start talking. Because what do I say? I mean, you are possibly our most, as a nation, our most successful Eurovision guy ever. Would that be fair to say?
I can't say. I'm just buzzing to be here.
But
I'm
have
gonna
we actually
straddle
won
the
it
fence
before?
hard. Yeah.
We have won it before.
Yeah,
we
well,
have won
to
it
be
before.
fair, but the mania, we've been sitting here for a while waiting for this to start recording. The mania that week that you came back from Eurovision, it was crazy. And we happened to be promoting a TV show at the same time. And
Yeah.
I remember that.
We were on the same shows. We saw each other about 5 times in one day.
We were doing the
rounds.
Yeah.
You
It
might
was
not
a circus.
remember, but it was on BBC Radio 2. It was Zoe Ball's morning show. I don't think you'd slept because you'd done Eurovision the night before.
Yeah.
And did you try? You must have come back, or was it the day before?
I remember. Well, no. Because I remember as soon as I flew home, the record I could tell the record label were buzzing because they let me stay at the Langham, never stepped through their front door before in my life.
Nice.
And I was just like,
That's a nice hotel.
Jack on the Titanic when he gets to go to the big room with
That's
a buffet.
nice
It
hotel.
actually weren't a buffet, was it? That gives me away even there. And when he gets to put the tuxedo on that
So
don't
the
belong to
service
him.
man, it was fully blown set
That
at
was
the
me
table.
at the
Yeah,
Langham.
yeah.
And then I think we went to go on radio the next day, and I was just
Well, that's where we saw you.
dreamland.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And you were like, I remember, I mean, it's nice to see you not as hyped. You were like buzzed. You were so buzzed in a brilliant way.
Oh, but the energy coming off you was unbelievable.
Yeah.
I hate PR. I hate doing all them interviews. And we met you in the morning and you literally gave me a jab in the arm that lasted the entire day of just positivity.
Oh, mate.
And I was just
Well,
buzzing.
life looks like it's been treating you guys well. You're looking glowing and healthy
Do you
and
know
happy
what,
and
Sam?
lovely.
Thank you for saying that. We've genuinely been looking after ourselves.
Yeah.
Like,
That's what we're doing.
do you know, how old are you, if you don't mind me
I'm
asking?
36 and I've just been doing the same thing. I've just recently stopped washing my face with Carex. So I'm also trying to take care of myself.
What do you mean?
I just didn't realise you shouldn't do it.
His face with hand soap. That's
And
God
I used to wash
almighty.
my hair with, my mum would only buy, bless her, man, she'd only buy the shampoo from Tesco's that would let you know what flavour it was by putting a picture of the fruit on top, like
Right,
the
okay.
apple.
Yes,
Do you know what
yeah.
I mean? And I was
Are we
body
talking
wash, I
like
think.
Christmas stocking level shampoo here?
Yeah. But it was massive. Do you know what I mean? The sort of thing that you get at Costco.
49 pence. So
Yeah.
you've stepped your game up.
Yeah, I've stepped my game
You
up.
can tell, actually, because you
Thank
do
you.
look lovely.
Thank you very much.
I would never have been able to guess your age. You're like ageless. I don't know. If you just said like
300.
honest, is this going to sound awful? If you'd have said like 50 odd, I'd have gone, right, he looks amazing. But if you'd have said 25, I'd have gone, yeah. Like you, yeah.
No, yeah.
ageless.
He looks
brackets,
like a man.
He looks rough.
Yeah. Life's
28.
been unkind.
No, I
What the hell is that beard hiding? 26 years of washing your face with Carex. Man crawled in here.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it myself. No, we've been looking after ourselves. Just you get to a certain age when you're like, oh, right, I'm not like, my metabolism doesn't do anything for us anymore. And we're not as busy actually, are we? Which is really nice. So we quite enjoy being married. We had a lovely little conversation about being married yesterday, didn't we?
We came out of a restaurant half cut. And we walked along holding hands in London, telling each other how much we loved each other.
Oh, this is sweet.
Yeah,
It's
was
nice
really quite
because it
nice,
doesn't happen
actually.
very often. It really doesn't happen very often.
We've got 2 kids, man.
Yeah.
So,
And honestly, being around them is graft.
So what's changed? How? Because
Sam, thank you
your
so much for having
podcast
us on
is
your podcast.
Shaggedmarriedannoyed.
Thank you for coming and letting us
Let me
interview
let me
us.
get my podcast pose.
Listen, before we talk though, because people haven't got very good attention spans, we know this, and people will drop out of this podcast at some point. So, Sam, you have got an album coming out called Heartland, and that's coming out on the 17th of October. But the leading track on that album, Better Man, is out now.
I love how you guys say that.
Yeah.
Better Man.
Yeah.
Better man.
Yeah, I love that.
Better Man. It's such a tune.
Mate, thanks so much.
We're not,
Appreciate it.
We're not allowed to play it. Would you sing the chorus for us?
It's actually mental high. Let me see if I...
Oh, okay.
You love me like I'm better than I am. Oh, your love is making me a better man.
Oh, my God.
Your love is making me a better man.
Yes.
Dude,
That is
I'm not gonna lie, I got a tingle there. I'm not gonna lie, that was sexual. That is
nice.
I hate how good of a singer you are. It's your job and you're a good singer, but she's a really good singer as well. And you know what? As a non-singer, and I think all the non-singers out there will understand, it really pisses me off. Like, I could be in a room singing, I'm just trying, I'm just no tune whatsoever, just belt out something I've heard, and she'll come in and just like hit it. And I'm like,
you've been practicing.
It's
You know what? I
was
feel the same
so
when I'm at the
impressive.
gym. Seeing as we're chatting about taking care of ourselves, right? The human body, right? We're all composed of the same atoms, but why do I feel like a different species when I'm at the gym? When someone's like bench pressing actual weights, and I'm like, I'll just take those plates off and just have the bar. Do you know what I mean? Like, what's different with me? Why?
We're all good at different things. That's the thing, isn't
all
it?
of your strength is in that voice.
Yeah.
was genuinely beautiful.
Here's a question. When did you realise that you could sing? How old were you?
I started singing, I started playing the flute as the first instrument I saw.
Sorry, you could.
Yeah, I know, right? The coolest thing about there is a little thing that I claw at that's cool about that is that the reason I wanted to play it, there was an episode of Antiques Roadshow where someone was bringing their family's tarot cards in. Why do I remember this? Who knows?
Okay.
But one of the pictures was of the devil sat on a little tree stump with a flute.
Yeah.
And I was like, being a kid, I was like, that looks cool. I'll play that instrument. God, it wasn't as cool as that.
Nice.
Nice. So instead of the devil, like Beelzebub on top of an old gnarled tree stump, it was me in my Catholic school uniform, bowl haircut,
that.
just trying to play green sleeves.
So the flute's the one you're blowing from the side. It goes out to the side.
It's very like...
It's like a snorkel at 90 degrees,
Right,
but
okay.
45 degrees.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, my flute teacher knew I was useless, but didn't really tell my mum because the money was coming in from my flute lessons.
Yeah.
And
Well, he knew you were useless.
and then when my mum found out, like she sort of went, even I can tell that he's got no hope here.
Right.
She went to the teacher and she was like, well, I'll teach him to sing instead, because she didn't want to lose the slot, I don't think.
So you got taught to sing.
Well, it was.
You've got to
You
have
can't
it.
be taught
you can't,
to sing.
I don't think anyone could teach me.
It was
can't.
more like my mum was like, no, I don't want him having lessons anymore, but he's allowed. If you say he's got a good voice, he can sing in the choir at school. So
Amazing.
that's when I started.
So that's when you knew.
Singing there.
Yeah.
But I'd never had lessons. My lessons were really listening to Steve Perry from Journey, and like Bruce Dickinson from Iron Maiden. I just have their CDs and I just listen to them over and over again and just try and sing along, try and work it out.
So would you say those are the kind of people that you mirrored your voice off?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
When you're young and you've got no sort of, to put it bluntly, identity of your own, which is the average teenager from time immemorial, that you just follow other people. So for me, the first vocalist I remember like badly copying was Derek Whibley from Sum 41. So I put his voice on and just like it sounded like not even a Wish version of him.
What
But that was
like
it.
the Annie what?
Because I'm into you.
Exactly, yeah. So it was like this
that.
but
Like
like
the one
this
he ended up
sort of thing.
marrying Avril Lavigne.
Yeah,
He was
yeah,
going on
yeah.
Avril Lavigne for years.
okay.
Yeah, they've just done their last tour. Some
I
41.
know, I was there.
Were you really?
Yeah. I was having the best time, man.
Wow.
It was so good.
Do you remember the song Fat Lip?
Yeah.
Do you remember the video for Fat Lip?
Yeah, in the
Remember
skate
the rap?
park. Yeah. Nevertheless, I'm dressed for the occasion. It's number 42, and now here's the situation. If the beat moves your feet, then don't change the stage. You're prepared to be living on a permanent vacation. Well, I'm a disaster, microphone master. Put on the tape and rock the ghetto blaster. It's not about the money, cause it tells the resorts about sweating all the bitches in the biker shorts. Sick. How long into that rendition were you cringing? Can I ask?
Dry as sticks.
Dry as sticks.
Dry as
There's literally, there's Rosie. There's an image of Rosie's vagina now in the back there, all that wood, all that kiln-dried
Kindling.
firewood.
I'm just happy you've got
That's
something
me,
to
John.
enjoy.
I've got nothing
Yeah,
else, Rosie. You can
that's
do the
it.
rest
That
of this.
was the,
I'm
No,
just going to sit back
that's
and
great.
chill.
That was
Your
great.
social guys out there looking for the cut down, they just got that straight away. They've just fucked off. Their work day's done.
There was actually a longer version as well.
Oh, Sam's got the right level.
There is a whole song.
Hey,
Yeah. We won't do that.
We won't do
Let's
that.
not.
We won't do that. We've
No,
peaked.
but what I was going to say was, obviously, you do mirror yourself. Like nowadays, right? Everybody sounds like somebody, but when we were younger, I remember as a female singer, it was like Mariah, Whitney, all the very, like the warbling type of thing. That's gone
the
now,
warbling.
I think.
I
The
like that.
warbling. Sorry,
Yeah,
I don't know.
no, but that's true. The warbling, like, I never really
think that's
thought of
gone.
it of like. So when you were listening to those singers, that was how you kind of.
That's what I used to copy.
Oh, they're warbling.
Yeah, like the big ballads. But now everybody sings with a really cute voice and everything's really cut off. Oh, you want to go. But back in the day, it was.
Think about me every night. Oh,
Wait a minute,
sweet, I guess so.
Not exactly. It's amazing.
No.
But
what you mean.
now
I
all the
find
young
it
kids sing
fascinating.
like
It's
trends,
that.
and
Trends. Whereas when we were younger, it was end up.
Yeah, but I miss that because, like, objectively, everything is difficult and it has its own sort of technicalities to getting good at anything. And to be honest, even like I was listening to an artist called Phoebe Bridgers on the way here. Amazing voice. Definitely not like a Mariah Carey voice by any means, but technical. Like it's not easy to have that tone, and you're kind of, it's more what you're born with.
Yeah.
Like you can't sound like those singers, but
Can't
there
teach it.
is a part of me that looks back at when you put a Whitney record on or an Aretha record, and you're like, that is Everest. It's the Iron Man triathlon. Like you to get to that point is so difficult. And I love that there was an era that really championed it, like where everyone was like, if I can't reach that level, I'm kind of not in the game. And I don't know, I have a certain nostalgia as someone that I wasn't really around for it, but I kind of wish I was.
Yeah. I don't think
that
that exists now.
Yeah, but like again, like my favorite male singer, like Lou Gramm or something like that, or like I said, Steve Perry, Stevie Wonder, MJ, like these male singers that just Michael Bolton, even I was listening to earlier, it's just like really so difficult. You can't just like go and sing that. You have to live it, like, because your lifestyle has to make sure it fosters the voice. It's not just, you can't just be a human being going about daily business. You have to live to
That
sing.
is your, like,
basically shut up until you sing.
Yeah.
Because you can't use any of that fuel until like you're warmed up. So like I sound like an absolute bag of bricks at the minute, just because I was talking when we were filming a show all this last weekend. So you lose all the top end, like all the falsettos. It's gone.
That's your instrument. I always say this. People like the voice is a muscle. Whenever I'm doing a show, I steam my throat every single night. Nebulizer, like these are the things that, because you've got. It's like you wouldn't go weight training and not warm up or cool down before and after. You've got to look after it.
So that's what I mean. It's all those things you have to live and breathe it.
Yeah.
So like I got some friends that are in musical theatre, and those guys are the closest I think left to that generation, because they're 8 shows a week. The vocals are insane. I went to see Avita the other night, and Rachel's vocal was just incredible. But like to get that, it is being silent for the day. It's steaming, nebulizing, like sleeping, diet. You can't do anything apart from live to sing for that 2-hour window.
I'm really
find
embarrassed.
it stressful.
I'm sorry. I'm really embarrassed because I tried out some new material from a new stand-up show on Saturday night. I did 25 minutes and I had a sore throat afterwards. And I had to have a soother. I feel pathetic all of a sudden.
But no, you're actually the same, and I was going to say to you, right?
I mean, I did have 9 beers, so.
I mean, that's enough. You're getting older now. When you go on tour next, you're going to have to start warming up.
I love it when you keep reminding us I'm getting older. It's really, I do really appreciate it. Thank you.
You're going to have to start warming up your voice. You're going to have to do like scales and stuff.
Yeah. No, because the difference is I talk all day. I've always said
it's
this.
It's not the same.
Is it not?
No, because when you shout, you don't shout all day.
My support act is an annoying prick. I shout at him all day.
No, you don't. Because there's your vocal cords, right? There's your vocal cords. The minute you shout, you're doing that, and they're slapping off each other, and you're damaging them. So to warm them up, you've just got to sort of like lubricate them, and then the minute that you do shout, they're warmed up.
Right. Okay.
So you do actually need to, or you'll come into.
Okay. Here's a question about music, right? Because I'm writing a new tour, and what I said to someone the other day, you can't practice comedy without a crowd. You can't do it. But when you're writing a new song, obviously you'll have people who you collaborate with, and you'll be sitting and you'll be in the studio or whatever. Is there a moment where you go, this is a banger? Or do you have to wait for a reaction from a crowd? Or do you have to play it for more people? Like, I can't stand with a hairbrush and practice stand-up in front of the mirror.
Yeah.
I used to think I could.
Yep.
You cannot do it. You need the crowd.
Well,
you walk
I'm going to let
and they'll tell you if it's good or not.
Dolly Parton answer this question. She's not here, but I can give her
Disappointed, but
some
carry on.
evidence. So do you know it's a banger when you've written something?
Yeah.
Dolly Parton, when she wrote I Will Always Love You, she stayed in the studio and wrote another song. So for me, that's always the evidence that suggests no one knows. Because if you'd known, this is probably one of the greatest love songs of all time that's been recorded. If you'd known that, you'd be like, I'll take the rest of the day off.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you? You'd be like,
of course.
I'm going to just take a breather, have a walk in the park, like go and have a dinner and drink, or just enjoy the fact that it's done. You don't go and write another song. Same with the Beatles and Let It Be.
Yeah.
Like those moments, like, I don't think anyone knows.
No.
Right.
People decide after the
That's
fact.
so true.
Yeah.
But
So true.
what I'm really into in music at the moment is kind of realizing that from the early 2000s, even kind of the late 90s to a degree, we've been in this stage up until this point now that co-writing has been king, essentially. Right. So it can be anywhere from 2, 3 up to sometimes 11 writers involved in a song. And for me, I'm really interested in where that ends and how we go back to maybe it just being someone writing their own music. I guess the rebellion that you'd have against that is that it will take longer to write stuff. But I quite like that idea. I think the amount of music coming out every single day is crazy now compared to even the amount of songs. There was this mad statistic, which please check if it's right, but I saw it the other day that was like...
I absolutely won't, but carry on.
We'll have our fact-checking team on it. In one day on Spotify, globally, more songs are released than an entire decade of like the 70s or something like that.
Wow.
What? That doesn't surprise us, though.
But is that just... And I'm not...
This democratization of being able to record. People have their own systems in their bedrooms.
Some of the songs that my children listen to on Spotify... I mean, some of the stuff that can be released, that shouldn't be released. I want to march into the building that released it and burn it down to the ground. And a release is a strong word. They've just farted it out onto the airwaves, and literally farted. One of them is called Mr. Poopy Pants, and it's just a song about shit. So, are you bundling that into there? Because in which case, that statistic isn't worth the paper it's printed on. Right.
So it's like. Basically, the amount of stuff coming out is just mad. So how do people sort of cut through, and also how does it sound different? Because now that's the amount of songs that humans are making, but now we're adding into the equation the amount of songs that AI is making. Man. So I'm like, what's the... in my life, always when I do anything, I always kind of look for the open goal. And going back to like Eurovision and a bunch of stuff that I've done in the past, that was an open goal at the time. No one wanted anything to do with it. So I always try and look for these things that people aren't focused on. For me at the moment in music, it's writing completely as one person and putting a record out. So I'm interested in that, even to the point of like using all the old equipment like tape machines and things that I'm into that's super nerdy about.
I love that. No, I love that. And then you can know as well in yourself that you've done it all yourself, and that you can be really proud of what you've done.
Yeah, yeah.
Does that
and
make
it
sense?
can just it doesn't even have to be for like to be happy in yourself that I didn't need anyone else. It's nothing to do with that. It's more like, because arguably other people will help make it better, but it's giving yourself time to really lay down the foundations of what your work is as an artist, what it sounds like.
And it's yours.
So that when other people come in, they're like, oh, I know that I'm stepping into your world that you've created. Because if you don't set those boundary lines, you're kind of grouped together with a bunch of people writing a hit record, which to me is all well and good, but it's quite boring now, because everyone releases songs that sound like hits now. Yeah. Everything sounds hitty. And
you're totally right.
Yeah.
Babadoo, 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 ba.
Tell us about Nashville. You've been living in Nashville. Do you live there half the year?
Yes, yeah, but it sort of works out about that, yeah.
Is that since we last saw you, or has that been a thing for a while?
But I've been back and forward there for 14 years. Like, I remember on mine and Lois's first date, we were walking down Oxford Circus. We were on our way to London Dungeons, actually.
Right.
Quite psychopathic first date. Yeah, yeah.
That's quite a good first date, though.
Mate, it was well fun. It worked out for me.
You'll get a cuddle.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. It was all the rooms.
I remember, just before we tell that story, I remember once I was in York doing a gig, and they've got York Dungeons as well. And I thought I might pop into... I got to York really early. I don't think I've told you this. And I thought I might pop into York Dungeons.
Just for a quick fright.
Just maybe, get a bit of routine.
On your own?
Yeah, because I was there really early for this gig. I'd been travelling up the country on the way back to South Shields. and I went into the Greg's round the corner from the York Dungeons, and one of the characters was in there in full gear getting sausage rolls.
Really?
Put us off. Full gear, blood on our face, the lot, full thing, head to toe.
Put you off the dungeons or Greg's?
Bit of both, but I didn't go to the dungeon. She bought 8 sausage rolls.
Story.
She bought 8 sausage rolls, and I thought they're going to jump out on someone stinking a sausage roll.
I reckon they should have a little panic button at the till if someone comes into London dungeons on their own. It's just for their own sort of satisfaction. It should report to the police. The authorities just make a little list.
That's annoyed me. That's really unprofessional.
It is really unprofessional, isn't it? I wanted to go,
Should
come on,
absolutely
love.
not be in character.
You're ruining the mystique of the dungeon.
Yeah, I don't like that at all. You shouldn't be rocking around York in your character. I don't like that.
Anyway, your first date.
Nashville.
Sorry.
Well, so and I remember she was asking like, what do you want to do with your life? Like just questions on a first date, like what you into, what do you want to. Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
So is this a job interview or first date?
Yeah. Kind of the same.
What do you want to do with your life?
Yeah. And I was like, I'd just been to Nashville for the first time on tour and I'd fallen in love with it. So I was like, this would be a cool answer. I want to be a songwriter in Nashville. And that's it. Like, she was stoked about that. And I was like, oh, I'd love to take you one time, which is a bit intense on a first date. Wow. But again,
we got engaged after 6 months.
Okay. So I found my audience. Okay.
When you know.
Okay. And then, we just went to Nashville together and both fell in love with it and kept going back like year on year and just
love that.
Staying with friends. And so we built a lovely little community of friends and just people that we love and just really close people in our life.
Amazing.
Like live there.
Beautiful.
And is it? I'd love to go.
Mate, amazing.
Is it?
Amazing. And if you are ever in the area, please come over for a cup of tea.
Listen, we will.
Yeah.
I can't wait to stand outside the front door that you've locked and you pretend you're not in, playing that clip through your letterbox.
Yeah.
You literally said, come in. We know, bang, bang, bang. We know you're in there, dickhead. You said, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Hotel down the road.
We're not them people, actually. Somebody once offered us, a person in the public eye offered us to go stay at their villa.
Yeah.
And for years, we were like, was he being serious or was he taking the piss?
Yeah.
We never ever took him up on it.
And I bumped into him and he went, you didn't come. Why didn't you come?
And he was like, you
He's
never
genuinely
ever
angry.
came.
And I was like, because everyone's full of shit. Of course
Yeah.
I didn't turn up at your villa.
You should do
wouldn't be on.
it. We did something very similar recently. Me and like someone, and I'm going to shout her out, Missy from Mississippi, said to us, when you're on tour ever in America and you're passing by Mississippi, come and stay at our place. And we were just like, shall we? And I'm so glad we did. She's a legend. Family's amazing. They're flying over to our Wembley show. We've made really good pals with them.
That's cool.
And of course, at the beginning, and Missy won't mind me saying this, you're worried. Like, where are we going now and what are we stepping into? But yeah. On this occasion, amazing.
Missy
really
in
lovely.
Mississippi as well.
Yeah.
She's got a Joey Essex vibe going on there.
Mate, she's lovely. Such a legend.
We should have done that.
Wembley show. You have a Wembley show. Wembley Arena on the 6th of November.
You guys should come.
Yeah, well, if we're
please.
down.
Yeah.
If we're down.
That.
Yeah.
How often are you in London these days?
Not very.
We just try and duck in, do the job, get out.
We like to duck in. We like to come the night before, chill in a hotel. We like a late start, early finish, meal on the night, back home the next day.
Mate, how nice is a hotel, by the way?
Oh, I know.
I know it's so obvious. I am just fucking love hotels.
So good.
Just do. Love them.
So good.
Like I'm starting to notice all these little things about them, like when they're good and like just if the door's solid. Do you know what I mean? Just like there's a heaviness to the door and just stupid shit. Like I just
what
love
the room service menu's like. That's all
Yeah.
I love a minibar.
What wine they've got in a minibar.
I love it. And I think it's because we
crisp
grew up.
sheets.
So we grew up watching things like Home Alone 2 and stuff where, he gets his dad's credit card and he goes in the minibar and there's room.
Yeah.
Like room service
refrigerator
for me.
with a key. Never seen one in my life.
Yeah. Well, we were talking about this when you were a kid. You go on holiday. It was literally you'd open the fridge and your parents would be like, "Don't move that can of Coke, you get charged."
Yeah.
They've got
But now
sensors now.
you can, and you're an adult, and you go, "I'm going to move that. Do you know what? I'm going to fucking drink this."
So you guys came from when you were starting out. Would it be safe to say that you didn't expect to get to where you are now at all?
God, I mean,
yeah, yes and no. I think I've always had this weird warped thing from being a kid of just sort of like very naively just like, I'll do something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
And I think
I
you're
like
the
that.
same.
yeah. So like when I first started stand up, I remember there was a thing in my head, and it was always just like, "Oh well, when I do my DVD." Like I'm talking 6 or 7 gigs in. But when I do a DVD, when DVDs were still a thing, so it wasn't like. I think early on I adopted the idea of a vision board, but it wasn't a physical
thing.
No,
it hadn't been
It was
marketed
just, I'll do that. Yeah. It was
it's
like,
powerful,
I'll definitely do a DVD. I'll definitely be in a sitcom. I'll definitely be on telly. It was just something in my head. But I never saw the podcast coming.
Yeah.
Never saw this coming. This was a real surprise when this took off and became a big thing.
You guys are naturals at it. It's amazing.
It's mad. Thank you.
But I like the idea, like, because I was the same. We're starting out when I had no reason to be confident whatsoever. I was like, if you would have asked me, for example, like 15 years ago, do you reckon you'll play Wembley? Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's happening. But you would have asked me 2 years ago, do you reckon not a chance?
Yeah.
Like, how?
It's mad, isn't
So
it?
it's funny that you get this kind of, it's like this big injection of deluded optimism when you're a kid. That
great,
you have to
though.
live off as long as possible.
It's brilliant.
But as you get older, it's like a rocket going up into, it's got to burn through all of that. And then when you get into your I turned 31 by the time sort of a record deal came along, and like all those like opportunities sort of got it to the next level. But it was that point I was like, this is probably not going to happen. Do you know what I mean?
It's
and
harder,
then
isn't
bang,
it?
it's like on the last little fumes and dregs of that optimism.
So, do you know what? This is gonna sound really dark, right? But I remember I got, with comedy and stuff, I got quite a lot of things like early. I was on telly quite early. I was only early 20s and I was doing like bits of telly and stuff like that. And I remember thinking, fucking hell, how am I going to sustain this?
Yeah.
And I remember things like people like Mickey Flanagan and John Bishop got it really late on in their lives. And I remember thinking, oh, but now that we're like, I'm not bothered that much about turning older, because I'm like, oh God, if this success can keep going into me later life towards, like, hopefully I'm not going to burn out before I retire. Hopefully I can actually walk off into the sunset. There's not a moment where I'm like, I don't want to get older. It's like, oh no, I'm happy to get older while this is still happening. If this could just run out at the same time and then I retire, I'm good.
I've got a problem where I've had naive optimism when I was younger. I'm not that ambitious.
Yeah.
Genuinely.
Okay.
And I've done quite a lot of amazing stuff, right? Like, we've done amazing stuff. So now if it all went, I'd be like, well...
Yeah,
it was lovely.
That's frightening. It's actually frightening how happy she is for it all end tomorrow.
Do you know what it is?
Mate,
it's really toxic to live
imagine
with.
if, like, next week you just started like working on bits in the garden. I was like, like, it's just actually buzzing for the, like, maybe that would happen.
I don't know.
Honestly, she wants to get cancelled. She'd fucking love it.
I don't.
Fucking love
no,
it.
there's different kind of people. I watched the Celine Dion documentary, right?
Sorry, mate.
I watched that documentary, and growing up, I'm a huge Celine Dion fan. I've seen her like twice live. Love her to death. I watched that documentary because obviously her voice has gone. It's really sad.
It's dead sad.
And she's devastated about it. But then, because she's so ambitious, because she still wants more and more and more. Even though, and I put myself in her position, and I'd be like, well, I've done it.
Yeah.
Let's put my track on. That's me. I'd be like, look how amazing I am. I've got all this
it's
money.
done.
I've done everything.
Yeah.
So I think that's me. And as well, since becoming a mother, I think that's when I was like, all right, these are the most important things in my life now.
Yeah.
That my career, don't get me wrong, still very important, but these are like my life. And that's, I don't know if that's just me, but that's not, I need to actually start being more positive to the universe, because I'm just a bit like, oh, I've done that.
Yeah.
We sold out.
Well, you have a tremendous sense of balance, like just sort of sitting here chatting with you, like the way that you're running your life, like coming into London, doing the work, making sure that you leave in time to have a nice dinner together, like staying in a bloody nice hotel. And,
got
Hey,
to.
not just that, mate. It's walking distance from the station for the train home.
Dream.
That's what it's
I
all
think-
about.
I
But
just think
I'm
there's more to
chuffed for
life.
you, and I'm
I
sure
think
that's probably why everything's doing so well. People are like listening and they figure that out. And
this is
I
why-
just don't. I think happiness is so many more things than work.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
work is a huge part of your life, and I think you should strive to do it. But actually, that's not where I get my happiness.
Yeah.
I get my happiness from when my mum and sister come round on a Friday night and we open a bottle of wine randomly at 5
get to
o'clock.
put tracksuit bottoms on.
Yeah.
My friends call them in Nashville. They call them quitters. I'm going to put my quitters on.
Quitters.
That's amazing.
But like, and what you're saying there as well, I'm having this thing at the moment where just thinking about work and what it is to sort of chase the dream, so to speak, of a singer, and what those kind of goals look like. And it's very linear, and at least it has been in the past. Like everything revolves around metrics, whether you like it or not, whether it's chart position, ticket sales, like places you've played and stuff like that. And for me, because the whole entertainment industry, I'm guessing, and you guys probably have been aware of this for years, but it's so like changeable at the moment. Nothing is as it was in its kind of like classic form, whether it's TV, music, art in any kind. So what I'm enjoying is that the realization that your career doesn't have to look like anyone else's.
Nah.
It's totally yours. So there are things that back in the day I would look at and be like, oh yeah, but I can't do that because I'm a singer. And actually that's kind of your strength. If you can do other things, isn't that a gift? Like that you're able to even try and think rightly or wrongly, that you can dip your toe into that. Like I'm massively into cars, and all of a sudden I've got into being asked to do some bits with like rally cars and stuff like that, or like TV, and like I don't know. I'm just making a habit of being very grateful that your career can just look any way that you like.
Stand-up used to be exactly the same. Stand-up used to be the same. You would do the circuit, you would do the fringe, you would get asked to do the panel shows, you would do the panel shows, then you would do tours, then you would do maybe your own show. And then it was linear. It was don't do anything else. Yeah, but it was like don't like Strictly, for example. Yeah. It was like a comedian going on Strictly, was like one of your sort of, I think one of the first comedians, I'm sure it was Julian Clare, forgive us if I'm wrong, I'm sure it was Julian Clare or someone was the first comedian to go on, but he was less of a sort of circuit tour and stand-up and more of just a sort of name, a famous name by then. And it was, you're totally right. It was like sometimes people put this sort of path in front of you. Well, you're a singer, you can't do that. That's
it's almost like Greyhound, right?
Yeah, that's uncool for you. Just do the singer, just do something. You go, no, I like rally car. Fuck, I want to do this rally stuff. And then the way the world is now, and the way, like, as I say, it used to be do the panel shows and do that. Comedians can get big from anything now. TikTok, videos on Instagram, just absolutely anything. Podcasts. And there's no like set path anymore. There's like multiple paths for everything. Yeah, and I think that's much more exciting.
And it makes the work so much cooler. So like you said, Wembley's coming up on November 6th. We go and play that show, and then like doing this rally in a classic car across Dubai for 4 days. Wow. I'm just like, for me, that's what makes the music almost more. This is what I'm talking about writing as well. Like having that space to just be like sat in a car and looking out the window in pure wonderment at this landscape, and like thinking, I feel like Indiana Jones right now. Like just, that makes you want to get in the studio then and pick up a guitar and write, not being on sort of this treadmill. You accidentally make a kind of a rat race yourself. Yeah. Whether it be,
but you've got to,
being forced
you've got to do things that you enjoy as well, because I think this industry becomes so much of your life. Yeah. That's why we live up north. Yeah. Because this is my job. But I think people who, it becomes their full existence. Yeah, identity. The person that they are becomes their job, their identity, their whole life is surrounded by their job. And that's right, because I think people, enjoy that. But
it's just not what we wanted to do, is it?
It's just not personally.
We purposely stayed out in the countryside in Essex. Same life, essentially, as before. Yeah. Everything happened. The only thing really that's changed is that we now are like half-time in Nashville. But even that is essentially, we were doing that before. We were just sleeping on people's couches. Yeah.
You got a house there now?
Yeah, so we got a house instead.
So we're staying in this house. I've just booked it.
Yeah.
He does not want us to stay with him.
No, mate, I swear to God, I'd love you to come over. It'd be so nice.
Missy first in Mississippi, then we'll swing right now.
She'd be buzzing to have you over.
Who are these guys? Yeah. Don't worry about it. What instruments do they play? None. She can sing. He's just a useless tosser.
Listen, we need to do these. Please keep me anonymous, because we're doing this every time. We just end up chatting for far too long. So let's do. These are from members of the public. We have no idea what they say, because on our podcast we do a little bit where I get the questions. Chris has no idea, but for this, I've got no idea either. So take it away, Sam. I'm sorry if it's. Have you read this yet?
No, but I'm sort of needing reading glasses at the moment, but I reckon I can get by with it.
Do you want to borrow someone's?
I'm gonna.
Shit.
I know.
Are you all right?
I'm gonna get through it. Let's do it. Ready?
Yeah. Okay, go.
Dear Chris and Rosie, please keep me anonymous.
Always.
Yeah.
Me and my husband were on our long walk one weekend. We'd had a lovely pub lunch and we were on our way cross country to get home. My husband is a bit of an exercise guy, so he loves to be active at the weekends. And after our own heart there.
Yeah, there he is.
Wonder if he washes his face with Kerrix. It was when we were in the middle of a field that he was caught short by the dairy in his lasagna and told me that he needed to go immediately. Yeah. Immediately is
so in when I heard long walk and pub lunch, you heard me go,
You're at that age in life now.
I know the brand, and I am at that. I get it. Although I'm telling you right now, I will not shit outside my own house, even by accident. You will never catch me. So,
really?
Nah, you will never catch me.
There's a personal question. Can you poo in
I don't
public
like doing
toilets?
It. My dad is an absolute mate. I'll tell you the story of my dad after this.
Okay.
But anyway,
I will only poo in a hotel that I'm staying at or my own house. Nothing else.
Hotel. Oh, nice.
Hotel he just loves hotels.
Yeah. Right. He needed to go immediately.
Right.
To be fair, there was no one around, so off he went to squat behind a tree.
Animal, disgusting. Lock him up.
Feral.
Yeah.
We'd been here before. What, that location? It's like a dog going back to the same place. So I wasn't surprised by his need for a nature shit. Okay. He came back from behind the tree and we carried on walking. After a few minutes, I started to smell something.
No.
Turns out he had tied his shorts up too tight and didn't get them down in time, thus shitting himself in his boxers. This guy's gone out for a lasagna and hammocked his pants.
Hammocked his pants? Hammocked? Is that a thing? Have you just made that up?
Is that a Nashville
Always makes
thing?
me think of that. Just
Hammock.
swinging about.
And he's quitters.
He's good, isn't he?
God.
He's quitters. He's hammocked his quitters.
Sam, you're going to have a podcast now.
That's it.
But you refuse to throw them away.
No. Nah.
I understand. What if they're a nice set of Patagonias or something like that?
Oh, shut up, man. No way.
And also, they're probably made of just like plastic, so you just...
He's not being ecologically minded here. He's just being he would rather walk home caked in his own feces than just buy a new pair of
snapping the
underpants.
tabloids. Just, you know,
He could have got rid of it.
gone.
Oh, this is gross.
Just refused to throw them away. He said they were his technical pants
Yous are very
that he
precious
liked
about
to
your
wear
underpants.
when he exercises, and he didn't want to sacrifice them. Safe to say, I walked the rest of the way 10 steps ahead of him,
Oh,
very
ahead.
much staying upwind. Gross. Out of interest, do either of you own your own technical pants?
Now, first of all, awful. Second of all, the fact that he just didn't, how embarrassing.
What?
I couldn't walk home with it. What if you see someone you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
And you're not walking normal as well.
No,
with
he's
that.
John Wayne and the shit
horrible.
out of that,
It's
isn't he? Yeah,
horrible.
100%.
Yeah, he's disgusting.
I've got, I'm a Y-front guy now. I've got to
Really?
be honest with you.
All my friends have gone Y-front, and I feel like an actual. So it's funny,
old are you
innit?
again?
I'm 36.
2 years.
So I'm still
30 years, you'll be
wearing
Y-fronts.
like surf shorts, like longboard shorts,
Can't have
which isn't a good. Well, actually, no. To be fair, they're not like down here. They're there, so they've got us. They're slightly European.
Right.
Bad for your balls, you know.
They're better. Yeah.
No,
yeah.
bad.
No, bad.
They're bad.
Yeah, you
You've
need some
got to
support.
keep them supported.
Oh, I thought you just let them.
No, you're tying
No,
that
it's
hammock.
actually
bro.
bad.
No
for
wonder my
them.
balls are long.
Well, there you go. You've got
Right,
to keep
okay.
them in.
Right. So,
My name's Sam Ryder. Welcome to Wembley. This next one's called My Balls Are Long.
oh, long balls.
My balls
Balls are long, man.
But yeah, you start feeling like a bit immature when you're hanging out with your mates when they're all wearing Y-fronts.
Yeah, Christy, you
I've
do look
noticed.
very mature. It's very sort of like,
Yeah.
oh, why did I think of Christian Bale in in American Psycho?
Wow, thank you for that. Yeah,
It is
that's
a
great.
bit that.
But I started wearing Y-fronts for exercise because I think I was on an exercise bike and there were dropping each side of the seat.
Like sitting on walnuts.
And the fact that we haven't redesigned the bike seat.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on, but anyway. So I started wearing Y-fronts for exercising, and then one day I was just popping in the shop, and I didn't have any of the boxer briefs clean. And I thought I'll put the Y-fronts on. New man.
Really?
I felt taller. I felt swift. I felt I was fucking ice skating to that shop. It was unbelievable.
I think they'll make your bum look quite nice.
Thank you. But then
What
again,
brand do you get? I'm going to go and get some now.
Puma or BAM, the bamboo ones.
I've
BAM,
heard a lot
BAM.
about bamboo
Yeah.
stuff.
Very nice.
Yeah. All right.
However, if I'm around the pool on holiday and there was a man in Speedos, I want to physically hurt him.
Yeah.
So
Oh
that's
yeah,
where I
they're not for
stand.
public consumption.
No, I'm
So
shorts
you're
around
against
the
the
pool.
swimwear, right? Because this is the thing. A lot of my mates have started wearing like the swimwear version. So when you go for a little sea swim all together as a group,
Okay.
I feel like an actual teenager.
Child.
Yeah.
With my Volcom shorts
Yeah,
on,
yeah,
and everyone's wearing Speedos, and I'm like, exactly. It's got a sort of vibe of wearing DCs. There's a cut-off point.
Quicksilver.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think think, honestly, Chris, I think you're about 8 years away from wearing Speedos on the beach.
I swear to God, if you catch me wearing Speedos on the beach, remind us of this, and I will walk into the sea and never come back.
Right, okay. Oh,
you're excited for that?
Yeah.
Tell me about your dad. You were going to tell a story about your dad and the poo and not in
shit.
hotel.
Yeah.
Okay.
My dad is one of those guys, and we always joke, because when I used to work with him on building sites and stuff, where sometimes there'd just be no toilet, and sometimes you'd work around like a posh person's house and they'd lock every door.
Yeah.
You weren't allowed to. You couldn't even think about having a shit in their toilet. They just weren't allowed.
Oh.
And that's what they did.
No,
And
100%.
It's true.
Oh, the day I'll always make the builder ask cups of tea and stuff, but the day the builder asks to use my toilet for a shite, I'm well upset.
No, you see, my brother's a plasterer, so I'm very I think it's a shame, isn't it? But we got told, I offered quite a lot to people who've worked in our house.
Yeah.
But then we found out that they've just got a bucket in the van.
Yeah, they're not allowed.
Yeah, this is
A
what.
bucket in the van.
Well, my dad's been driving before, and his phrase is almost, "Oh, I must go." That's it. It's always, "Oh, I must go." And me and my mate Gary, we used to work with him, like putting up, like we were doing all stud work and ceilings in this, opposite the Tate Lyle factory on the Thames, like in Woolwich area.
Right.
They had all these old buildings that they converted into studios. And me, my dad, and my friend Gary, we did all that together. But
I love hearing about people's past lives.
Yeah, it was like there'd be this plastering bucket in the van, and
You shitting there?
not me, not a chance.
No.
But the people of a certain age in the trades, they've been through.
They don't care.
They don't care. They've been through it all, and they just got to go.
And
as my dad says, I must go.
And the apprentice cleans the buckets.
Yeah.
Win-win.
Yeah. Actually, In the end, I ended up sort of having to do it.
No way.
Not a chance. No way. I want to make that clear. My dad did not force me to clean shit out of his plastering bucket.
I'm honestly not. I can go anywhere, me.
Nah.
Really?
Yeah. Creep up on me though, you know.
Yeah.
I think I've got IBS. I just don't want to I don't want to cut anything out. Yeah. So mine's proper, like literally I'll be fine, and then it's like,
I must
so
go.
I'm just like, whatever.
I must go is lovely. It's quite a middle class way of saying it.
Well, yeah, but the way he did it wasn't because it was John Wayning, or I've been in with him while he's listening to the radio driving home, and his legs are doing this. I must go, and the traffic's getting worse, and you can see him stressing.
No, I love
and I'll just be sat next to him, howling, laughing, because I can see this man losing his will to live. Do you know what I mean? I'm fine. My bowels are empty, and you feel free as a bird in it. And knowing that you don't have that concern, because everyone knows what it feels like when
it's one of the most
worst.
It's one of the most sort of pathetic feelings. You feel so vulnerable. Either time, if you're like, oh my god, I need so much.
Like a hedgehog without spikes. Just
even if I'm in the tour van and we're on to, if I'm going to a gig, or if I'm just in the car or anything and I need a wee, even there's something in your brain that goes, I will feel like this forever. This will never go. This desperation is going to be with me forever. And then you go and you can't believe it. You're like, it's gone.
Yeah,
and
you feel amazing.
You come out like Carlton from The Fresh Prince. Every time,
mate, it's so
never
true.
gets old.
The purest freedom from concern that exists is that.
Why is it that no matter where we are, who we're talking to, we always end up talking about shit?
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's been great.
Listen, it's been absolutely awesome chatting to you.
Such a laugh.
So lovely to see you again.
Love
and
you
so
guys,
lovely
man.
to see you without the whirlwind of that week.
I know,
after
it's crazy,
Eurovision.
man.
It was
Crazy.
mad. And best of luck with everything. And just to recap, the album Heartland is getting released on the 17th of October. There's a Wembley Arena show on the 6th of November. And Better Man, the single from the album, is out now.
And it's a tune. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Thanks so much, guys.
Thanks, Sam.
Thank you. God bless you.
You.
Love you, bit.
Big love.
Settle on a jingle, jingle. So this is the jingle, jingle. We hope you like the jingle, jingle. Babadoo, 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 ba. Jingle.